Good morning. Welcome to Sunday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day and your week off well. And got a little frog in my throat today. Yesterday was day 2 of Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny, and we did a lot of yelling. So my voice is like, forget it, lady. Good morning, Abigail. You're the first one here today. Welcome, welcome. We'll give it a minute. Good morning, Cindy, as everyone starts to pop in. Glad to see you all. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. And thank you for all the fun little emoticons. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. Everybody's starting to pop in. This is good. This is good. Happy Sunday, everybody. And Soul Coaching Oracle deck. Give me the reference. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. We have another one of her decks for today. Revised deck releasing Tuesday. Oh, interesting, interesting. Well, we have another one of her decks for today, which is the Native Spirit deck. And interestingly, let's see, how many cards do we have? 44. We have the same card that we pulled last time we had this deck. So, again, when the same messenger comes knocking, we want to be paying attention, which is what we will do today. So let's start with some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Well, I found that would take a very deep breath. That is awesome. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, CJ. Glad you are here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Everybody breathing deeply and easily. Just open yourself to receiving today's message. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Isn't it amazing what the breath can do? So, today's card, again, because it's a repeat of one we've had recently, I want us to perk up our intuitive ears and be paying attention to, I wonder what, on a deeper level, I meant to cull from this card today. So, and I love the images on these cards. I think it's such a pretty deck. The Wounded Healer card. And I'm not sure if that's a sunrise or a sunset, but beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, step into your curious observer, the part of you that knows what you need to be listening for, attuning your intuitive ear to hear it. Let's see what you pull from this one, okay? Wounded Healer, card meaning, healing energy, vitality, and life force energy are flowing through you and to you. You are a healer, and you provide healing for others, even if you're not conscious of it. So we were talking about that yesterday on Tony Robbins in terms of the energy that we are emitting as we're walking around the earth. Are we the kind of person that when we walk into a room, other people gravitate toward us? Or are we the kind of person that when we walk into a room, people are kind of repelled? Uh-oh, here she comes again. My guess is for all of us, it's the former, right? But good to take a look at that. There are some people, there's 6,000 people doing Date with Destiny this round. Half of them in person, half of us on Zoom. And even within a smaller group, I mean, there's dozens of groups. Good morning, Bobby. Glad you're here. Welcome. Even within dozens of groups, you can kind of pick out the person who's radiating that energy of doom. They're either, they have many negative things that they put in the feed, or they're resistant to the change. You can just kind of feel when someone needs a boost to align with positive energy. Whatever needs healing in your life is being resolved. Your so-called faults are becoming your virtues. I thought that was an interesting line. Your so-called faults are becoming your virtues. And I'm sure all of us can pick out a couple of things that about us, like you're so intense that others may have viewed as negative, and maybe now you've taken that definition on, and maybe it's time for another look at that. What are the gifts within this? So one of the exercises that we did yesterday that was pretty powerful and informative was taking a look at what's the question we always ask ourselves. What's the question that because we ask ourselves it kind of shapes and guides our life? So it can be anything from what do I have to do to get people to love me to why does this always happen to me? Those kinds of questions. So once we discerned what our question was, then we took a look at what has it afforded us? What have been the good things that have come out of repeating that question to ourselves over and over and over. So, for instance, what do I have to do to get people to love me? Excuse me. If you operate out of that, what are you going to be? A people pleaser and a doer, right? Are there positive things that come? Would you get rewards for being a people pleaser and a doer? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But what are the costs? So then it's revising the question so that it's an empowering question and imagining what the impact on your life is going to be for that. And then we did some things to kind of cement in the new question instead of the old question. It was quite interesting, quite interesting. No matter what happened in your past, the past does not need to equal the future. Unless, again, you're playing that tape of I'm not good enough, or whatever your tape is. But then the past manifests in your future because you're perpetuating it. You're keeping it going. Might be unwittingly, but you're keeping it going. So, are you ready? Are you ready, willing, and able to modify that stuff such that, because as Tut says, thoughts become things. So if you have a belief about yourself, I'm not good enough, whatever it is, it manifests. It becomes evident in your life. And if someone could do the It's a Wonderful Life thing for you and show you those subtle ways that you set it up so that it does manifest over and over and then becomes a self-perpetuating, self-fulfilling prophecy, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. But I did it. And that in that moment, I wasn't aware that I did it. So, and yes, no matter what happened in your past, the past does not need to equal the future. It's true. The cracks can be where the light enters the soul. And I go back to that amazing line from the Rebecca Campbell letter to Lightworkers where she says, I bless the thing that cracked you open because the world needs you open. The world needs you open. So wherever you feel the constriction, so let's just do it right now. I want you to close your eyes, not if you're driving. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And begin to scan your body from head to toe. Just noticing, no judgment, just noticing. Where do you feel any kinds of constriction, tightness, holding? Just breathe and scan down your body, being curious. And you might find multiple places. You might find a place that represents that more than other places. So let's say your left shoulder and your right side of your rib cage, but your lower back, oh my God, your lower back. Keep scanning all the way down, making an inventory of where do I feel holding, tightness, constriction, etc. And as you complete at the bottoms of your feet, I want you to just allow your mind to drift to one of those places. You might pick the big one, you might pick one of the littler ones, whatever works for you. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. We just did a body scan, searching for areas that are constricted, tight, withholding. And just pick one area. And I want you to begin to breathe into that area. So every breath you inhale, you're drawing in healing golden light. And every breath you exhale, you're putting that healing golden light into that area of your body. Being curious, kind of sidling up to that area of your body. You're going to pay a visit to that area of your body. And I want you to greet that area of your body with great tenderness, much love. Just breathing and connecting. And I'd like the curious part of you to ask that part of your body that's holding constriction, tightness, tension, whatever. I want you to ask it, how is it serving you by holding that? What value is there in that holding, that tightness, that tension? And no judging the answer you get, just receiving with gratitude the answer you get. Doing great. Breathing and receiving. And then I want you to guess, just make your best guesstimate, how old you were when that particular belief was put into place. And don't be surprised if you were a child. I need to hold myself tightly so nothing bad happens. I need to be on alert so I can be responsive and not get yelled at. Breathing, receiving. And now I'd like you to invite that part of your body to let go of a little bit of that holding, because you are going to offer another way that that need can be met, a healthier way that that need can be met. So let's say that holding is about being on high alert for anything bad that could happen. Breathe in the awareness that you're an adult now and you are aware, and you will pick it up if there's something that you need to be paying attention to. There's many ways that you get signaled that there's something in your world to pay attention to. You've got a whole survival system that operates more healthily than holding it in this particular part of your body. So just breathing, releasing, breathing and allowing. And as you do that, I'm going to read more about this wounded healer part, because that may be an aspect that comes to assist with that particular part of your body. Your native spirit wants you to know the wounded healer is a tradition in native cultures that asserts that some of the greatest healers are those who have gone through hardship and survived, or who have been wounded and healed. It's believed that these individuals can provide great solace and can instigate profound healing for others. You may have been wounded in your life, or you may have gone through challenging times, but the roots go deepest where the wind blows strongest. Interesting, if you look at people who've done great things for the world, oftentimes the area where they were wounded becomes the area where they give the most. So for Tony Robbins, that was in food. That as a child, there wasn't enough food, and he obviously didn't like being hungry, and that became one of his things as an adult that he made sure. So he partners with Feeding America and has I'm trying to remember how many billions of meals. It's a lot. Billions of meals he's paid for. So, again, sometimes our deepest wounds become our deepest gifts in giving back to ourselves and others. You are a healer in the most profound sense of the word. Healing energy is surging through you. That's an interesting word, isn't it? Surging. It ain't trickling, it's surging. Whatever in your life needs healing is being addressed on the inner realms. So again, any willingness on your part to pause, to breathe, to take time in nature, to meditate, to do yoga, to journal, to listen to music, to sit petting your animal, all of that allows this process to work more fully. Whatever in your life needs healing is being addressed on the inner realms. Your strength lies in the difficulties that you've overcome. Your strength lies in the difficulties that you've overcome. So the journey is, list each of your wounds or challenges from the past. And you can do a whole list, or you can just pick a couple. You'll get the gist as you do this. Then next to each one, write down what came out of that situation that was of benefit. Did it make you more attentive to others' pain? Did it keep you humble? Did it allow you to be aware of what's going on in the world? What did it do for you, not to you? What did it do for you? Additionally, repeat again and again, I am a healer and I am healed, so be it. I am a healer and I am healed, so be it. And one of the things that we do is we underestimate the healing power of little things. We vastly underestimate the healing power of little things. And people will say, well, I don't do anything that matters. And then you ask somebody. I have a friend in the Rapid River area who his thing is he makes these gigantic chocolate chip cookies that are just amazing. That's his gift. Oftentimes he'll give them to veterans. He would stop by the motel and drop off a bag every week. It was not great for my waistline, but I thought they were so good, so good. So what do? It might be a smile. It might be holding a door for somebody. It might be letting someone into traffic. Again, not big things, but they matter. They matter. Thank you, Cindy, for posting the journey. I appreciate it. So today I'm running on a little bit of empty because we didn't get done last night until almost midnight. And here we are again. So I'm not sure how late we'll go today. This runs through Wednesday. So it's a 6-day event. So we'll see how bedraggled I start looking as we go here. But learning a lot of interesting things. I'll share some of them as we go. So, but this is our card for today. Wounded Healer. So go out and do good. And do good for yourself, do good for others. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.